This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So as usual, we're going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at crypto ETH, and we're going to look at Snowflake, SNOW. This video is for information purpose only, not a recommendation to buy selling stock from an ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, now here we have ETH. Now, crypto is getting very interesting. I don't trade it. I have so many other things between oil and natural gas and the tech sector here and the banks and everything else here. But it's starting to get very, very interesting. I just have to do a little more research because I don't really kind of understand it. So until they get some regulation going here, and I think you'll have that probably in 2025, then I think I'd be a little bit more interested in getting involved with it. But anyway, there's a lot of people out there that do like it, so let's throw it up on your chart. Now, you can see here we had this nice big gap up here, but the key level is right there. It's going to be that 31.90. Okay, so far today, we had a high of 31.76, but it didn't hit that 31.90. So now we got to see what is the reaction going to be. Is it just going to keep selling off here, or is it going to break off through? Now, again, if you can get above this 31.90 here, then what we do is we just go right to the left of the chart here. Okay, what do you got right there? Top of this candle here, you got 32.70, and then we had the big retest up here at 33.10. You break that, you're going to get the 35 level and then head towards the 40 level very, very easily. Okay. Downside here, I don't like this because it just gapped up, okay, situation, okay? So what we have here, look at the downside, you want to look at today's low, and that's 30.61, and then what we're going to do is we're going to look at this 29.84, and then we're going to look at the top of this candle here at 29.60, okay? So at that bottom of that candle right there at 30.61, there's your gap. And look at the top of there at 29.60. There's your fill. And we have this 29.84. Now, Bitcoin, everybody's getting really excited about it because I think they're going to try to do this more in the mainstream kind of a situation here in 25 here. But again, a lot of times when you have that run up, it's like buy the rumor, sell the news. And then once something happens, it sells right on off. He's had a very good run. Now, if you watch my videos before, I told you Bitcoin is going to go once you broke out. You're going to hit that 74 level. You're going to hit that, go towards that 100,000 level, and you're just about right there. Okay, so just look at the charts there, and just always look for when something giddy up to go. That is always going to have to be some kind of a correction also. So here on this ETH, what you want to watch is just watch that 31.90. Okay, if you can crack above that 33.10, that's going to be your big target on the upside. Okay, if you can't, just watch that gap and that fill in this 8 SMA here. Now, there's also here, we look at the bottom of this candle, okay, you're looking at 28.40. We look at the top of this candle here, you're looking at 28.20. So there's another gap, okay, another fill. Then we have this another gap right here. You got 26.20, and then we have the fill, okay, at 25.50. And then you look to the bottom there, 24.60, there's your gap. And then another fill here at 23.40. So this is just Chop City. It's not my kind of a chart. But again, this is kind of like a new situation here. But these just gaps up like that and go. We don't know how this is all going to shake out, but eventually all these gaps get filled. So basically what you want to do is just watch this first gap and fill in that 8-day on the downside, and then we watch this level here if everything is holding because we had that sideways action. Upside, just watch that key level right there. That's going to be it. That's at 31.90. You crack above, 33.10 is going to be your first target. Okay, let's take a look here now at Snow. Okay, here we have Snowflake. Now, this came out yesterday and had really, really good numbers, and you can see the gap in the go situation. Again, now we just left that big, candle sitting way up here all the way from the charts. I don't really care for that, but I mean, that's the way that goes. Okay, so let's just take a look here at the upside. If it can keep right on running, we'll just stretch this out here a little bit. Okay, so what do we have here is you want to watch that high 174.29 level. Okay, so obviously we got above this level here, so you really need to close above this 168.80. That's going to be very key. Okay, because this is here with that price channel coming across, and then we come up here to today's high. That 174.29, and then we can just start rallying right on up here. So you're going to look to the bottom of this candle. Okay, you're looking at 180.68. Then we'll look to the top of that candle. You're looking at 186.55 level. Then we can just start, taking the candles all the way on up here. But you always want to watch this level right here. This is that 193.74. That's your 200 SMA. That's going to be very, very key here. Now, if this does sell off here, what we do is we just look at the left of the chart here. Okay, so what we want to watch is you want to watch the top of that candle right there. Okay, that's 165.88. Then we just follow the candles down, okay, 163.88 level, okay, and then we come right down there. We have 161.38. We'll come over here to the top of this candle here. You got 156.47 until we start running into your support levels here. Okay, where you have your 100-day at 154.97. We have your 50-day at 152.18, and then we have this nice price channel at 146.45. Now this popped right on here. This is kind of a situation like where you have this island. This is kind of chart I just leave alone, okay, because this could come down. I don't like this huge gap because you look at the bottom here, you got 161.16, and then you look at top of yesterday's candle at 133.55. That's a big spread that can come down, and gaps over time will get filled. At just reality, they always do. Okay, so again, if you look at the upside, your big target is going to be that 193.74. That's what we're going to aim for right there. If it can keep around and running, if not, we just follow these candles down here, and then we start running into your strong support levels here until we can get all the way back to where we had here at 133.47, which was the breakout. Okay, you look here at the RSI here. I mean, you talk about nosebleed. This here, MACD, is as nosebleed section because it just popped up here. So I would be very, very cautious if you own this. I would take some profits here on the snow. I would take them earlier this morning like I did on NVIDIA. That thing spiked to 152.89. I got out of there at 152. Just a really, really good trade. Now I'm looking here to get back in that bad boy, okay? But again, don't be afraid to put money in your pocket. But when you see a gap up like this here, you know, you got to be very, very cautious, kind of like a red flag situation. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have the old crude oil going here, okay? Now, what do we got here? Okay, so we basically put in a lower low at that 66.53, but we put a nice good engulfing candle, which basically means your high and your low engulfed the previous days. That's all that means, okay? But now we're getting into these sticky situations like we had here, okay? See, like we had here, kind of a situation, all right? So you popped right on up here, but I said this morning, if you watched the video, just watch this key 21 day, okay? 69.59. That's what the level is sitting at 69.70 right now. So you're just a hair above, but just watch that there on a closing basis. If that's lost here, you got a really nice good support here at the 68.58 level. Okay, so that's what you're going to be watching. And then obviously if we lost that, we'll just come to the bottom of this candle here. Looking at 68.48. Then we can just follow the candles all the way down. You got 67.92 level here, until you get down to your 66.53 level. But right now, as long as this support is holding, you're holding that 8-day, this here can go be a sideways action to up kind of a situation. Because look at what we have here. You have a series of higher highs and higher lows. That's always good. It just doesn't seem like it can hold it, okay? So what you want to do on the upside is watch today's high. That's at 70.38. But this is the key right here is this 50-day, okay? That's 70.62. That is going to be key. You need to get above that. If you can, then 78 or 72.88, that's your target line, okay? Once you can crack that, yeah, we have a resistance here, all the way on up here, okay? But that's going to be your target, is going to be right there, that's 72.88. But you got to get above and close above that 21-day, close above that 50-day simple moving average, okay? So bottom line, if you can get above that, there's your target. If we start losing this 21-day, then we look to that 8-day. You start losing that 8-day, we can follow the candles, but your target is right there, 66.53. RSI, well, you got plenty of room. It's 49 here. Your green is over your red, but it's kind of pinching. It's not really a clear signal like we had here. And then that's what you get. It's just kind of pinching sideways, kind of a situation. Okay? So that's what we got there. Let's take a look now here at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas on your daily chart, and we'll take a look at the weekly next, okay? So what do we have for a high here today is we had 3.45 level here. Now, okay, when this was rallying up here, I just said make sure what we do is we want to watch that 209 or 309, that 313, and that 315. Obviously, we got above that. Okay, then we just come up here to all the next levels here, and this is the target area that we're looking for at 3.39. Now, right now, natural gas is sitting at 3.39. Now, that's what we have to close above. Now, yes, did we spike a little bit above that? Absolutely. But, you know, you got to be able to say that you can close above it, then we can go to the next level here. Now, this has had a pretty good run here. You can see here where your RSI is heading towards that 70 mark here. Your green is over your red, and that's heading up here. But I think you could probably get a little bit more out of this. However, you are now outside of these price channels, these blue price channels. And usually when that happens, they want to come on, bring it right back in here. Okay, see how we got outside there, and it wants to come back in. See, we get on the outside, it wants to come back in. Kind of a situation here. Same way with here. Okay, it gets out and wants to come back in. So just be a little bit cautious here, but a really good trader here as far as in the UNG level here. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let me stretch this out a little bit here. Okay, so this is your right here. This is what I was talking about here. When we look at the top of this candle, okay, this is that, what do we got there? Okay, right there, 3.39 level. Okay, so that's going to be the close above. Now, if we can keep right on working this bad boy here, okay, then we just keep right on going to the next. Okay, what do we got there? You got 3.47. That's going to be your next target level. Okay, and then we come all the way up here is you got that 3.64 level. So there's plenty of room to run here. Now you can see how this chart is breaking out there. Very, very nice. And we have some really nice targets, okay? But again, you just got to be a little bit cautious here because we are outside them price channels. Now, here on the downside, we just do the reverse of what we did, okay? So when you have at, say, at 3.41 here, then what we do is we just look down, right down here, okay? So we just come right down to the next level here, guys. So 3.37, okay? That's going to be a support level here, okay? Coming on down. And then we'll come right down top of this candle. You got 3.23, okay? Then we have 3.18, and then we have your 3.15 level until you come right down here to the top of that candle at 3.05, and then basically 3.02, and then this 8-day is going to be very crucial at 3 flat, okay? But as long as that price is above that 8-day, which it is, very, very nice. Now, I've been pointing this out here, how nice this chart was, because we had this contract roll that gapped up. Now, we're going to have a contract roll here. I believe it's this Sunday here. Okay, I have to check it out, but I think it was this Sunday. But anyway, when you gap up, it came down and filled that. But you notice how nice what an upswing it had. Okay, so we have a low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and it's just a really nice, good swing all the way on up here. And now she's breaking out. But the thing about it is, you're getting outside that price channel, so just just be a little bit cautious here. And we're starting to get to these nosebleed territories. But then again, that's what natural gas does. Okay, so let's just see how that. But we've got some really nice green candles. It was a good start of it on last Friday, came all the way down, held the 21-day and closed above the 8-day. That was the first sign to get your, get your trade back in there, man. That's what you got to do. Okay, let's take a look here now on a weekly. Okay, here we have the old weekly chart. Now we can see here, let me see if I can pick that up, if that's going to be any better. Yeah, that'd be better. Okay. So there's your 3.45. There's your level there today. Okay. So what we did is we just want to come over here to your this is that 3.39 level. Okay. This is what we're looking for on a closing basis today. That's going to be the very, very key. Okay. Then what we do is we come over here to the top of this candle. Okay. You're looking at that. There's that 3.47 level. Okay. Then the next level is going to be 3.63, and then we have 3.643, okay? But this is what we're going to be looking for is right there is that 3.85. If it can keep rallying up, that's going to be the key. We got to see what it does if and when it gets there, okay? That's going to be very, very key. So that's what you got. That's what you really look at as your big upside target is 3.85 here. So if you want to hold it, I think you can still hold this here because this shows absolutely no signs at all of, of selling off. This is just a really nice, look at here, okay? See how this is? A nice cup, and then we have a handle, okay? Cup and handle, and now she's rallying right on up here. So this is going to be the target that you want to watch is that 3.85. That's where we're going to go. And then what happens is we have to see what happens when it actually, it gets there, okay? So we come up to this scenario here, okay? You went right into that 200-day, then it came right on down. Then once it broke out, then it went up a little bit higher, but then you notice it was hanging above that 200-day before it came right on up. So that's going to be the whole key. That is going to be your big target right there at that 3.85. Now, RSI, you still got room to run here. This here, your green over your red, you got plenty of room to run here. So on the weekly, I think this could run up higher. Just to be a little bit cautious on the whole scenario. Now, let me just check here real quick on what the number was today. Yeah, okay, so the natural gas here, the EIA report came out today, and they actually had a draw today, okay, of 3 billion cubic feet. Now, last week, they had a build of 42 cubic feet, okay? So that sends natural gas here much higher, okay? Because now you're entering the season, they're looking at storms and all this kind of stuff coming on here. And then next year, you're going to be looking at getting those LNG fired up here and getting going. So natural gas, I think, is a really, really good play. Just be a little bit cautious. But again, if we can get up there, this is the target we're looking for, 3.85. Okay, I'll be back here after pit close. We'll take a look at crude oil, natural gas, and we'll take a look here at NVIDIA stock. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.